to a meditation and motion flow. So today we're just going to get into feeling what we're feeling in our bodies and just go with a slow flow, keeping your intention right where you want it to be, but coming back to breath, coming back to sensation. So feeling your sits bones on your block. We'll just take a few minutes to just ground in and just feel what you're bringing to the mat today. So feeling right now just your posture without changing it. Just noticing breath and that too without changing it. Softening through shoulders, softening through face, thighs. Just noticing. Just noticing maybe the texture of your breath, depth of your breath, the sensation of your inhale through your nose. Perhaps there's a coolness to that sensation. Just also bouncing back to the mind and sensations. So is the mind active? Back to breath. This looks like we're doing nothing, but it's harder to settle the mind some days. And you notice that some days are harder than others. So now noticing posture, and does it reflect what you're feeling today in your body, in your mind, in your spirit? Just without changing it, just with your mind's eye, glance over your body and just noticing one shoulder feeling just a little shrugged forward than the other, or what are you feeling? Do you feel balanced and symmetrical? Rooting down with your sits bones, we're just going to lift up out of the waist. Side bodies are long, hinge the rib cage up. Tuck your chin, soften the shoulders. Just soften that space between your shoulder blades. It happens naturally when you lift up through that rib cage. And now take a breath into this new posture. Setting up that muscle memory that this is natural. Slumping won't be natural to continue to do this on a regular basis. And even with this new posture, what's it take for you to be here right now? Can you soften through thighs? Just noticing. How does your hand feel in your lap? You fine-tune your awareness to feel the warmth of your fingertips in your lap. So now you can set your own intention. Perhaps it's with every exhalation, letting go of a bit more tension. Perhaps it's just the dance of stilling your mind. Just noticing. Take an inhale. On your exhale, let's just drop the chin down to chest. Just toggle the chin one side, and then the other. Just even if you keep the movement small and slow, stay connected with how the movement changes the sensation in the back of the neck. Does it refer down to shoulders? Just noticing that. And when you're ready, we'll just inhale back to center. Inhale the rest of the way up, bringing your chin up towards the ceiling. Just not scrunching the back of your neck, staying long and tall, lifting with the chin. Inhale. Exhale, we'll come back down through center. Again, just toggle one side or the other. And when you're ready, we'll just inhale back up to center. And exhaling here. Taking your left hand out to the side. Walk your fingertips away from your body. If you can still touch the floor, that's great with the fingertips. I'm up on a block, so just so that I can tilt that pelvis forward. Right hand out to the side, and we'll bring that right fingertips to inhale them up to T height, soften shoulders. We'll rotate the palm from the shoulder as much as you can to face the top, ceiling, and then inhale the rest of the way up. Feeling that fingertips reaching, long, tall body. Now root down with that right hip as we drop on over to the left. Keeping your chest lifting up towards the ceiling and using that press point of the right hip down, right fingertips reaching over. Take a deep breath in. Where do you feel the breath traveling in that space you're creating? Can you notice it? Inhale. Exhale, soften face, soften shoulder. You're ready, inhaling it up. Exhale, let that arm just float on down. Come to your T. Palm rotates down from shoulder, soften shoulder, and let it just float right down to your mat. When it touches the mat, relax the whole arm. Both fingertips out to the side and just take a breath in. Just noticing how does the left compare to the right, even with one overhead stretch. Inhaling, right fingertips out, left palm facing down comes up to T height, rotating, inhaling the rest of the way. Softening at the top what you can. Long side body, take fingertips up to the top. Exhale, soften here. Reach out with the right side, root down with that left hip. Left fingertips reaching right over, take a breath in. Inhaling, keeping that chest lifted. Inhale. And then exhale, pressing back. And then letting that arm come down, rotating palm to face down, and stay slow, mindful, connected with every movement. Change in sensation until it touches your mat and let it go. Take a cleansing breath here. Exhale, softening, let it go. Both arms up. We're just going to inhale, overhead stretch right now. You can interlace the fingers at the top. But if you want to take your left hand, grab that right wrist. We'll just do a little side bend here. Again, root down with that right hip. Just feel what you feel on this side with holding the wrist. Wiggle those fingers, inhaling it up. Let's clasp the other wrist. And reach on over, take a breath in, root down with that left hip. Inhaling, exhale, soften shoulders, releasing, and let's let those arms together just float on down. Soften the shoulders along the way. Soften face, come back to your intention. Chest is lifted. Palms face down, and let's just exhale the rest of the way down. Releasing, letting the shoulders go, and again, take a cleansing breath, but connect to what you're feeling inside. Soften through the hips. We're going to just take that. Where do we want to go here? We'll just take that right hand to that left knee. Just do a gentle twist around. Inhale it tall, and then twist into it. Long spine, creating that space between the vertebrae. Soften shoulders, soften face, and brow, just noticing if you're pulling tension where you don't need to. Maybe it's left thigh, right thigh. Mentally saying, thighs relax, hips relax, calves relax. Inhale tall, exhale twist. When you come to that limit, breathe into the right side of your spine. It's like, how do you guide breath? But really, energy follows intention. So feeling that, inhale. Exhale, soften. Inhale, tall. Exhale, let's just float back to center. Inhale, tall. Exhale, let's turn our twist over to the right. Left hand, right thigh, tall body. Inhale, tall again. Exhale, twist. Noticing what you feel on this side and really what's happening inside. This side, we're giving that right kidney a little bit of a compression in that space. Lengthening through the spine, take your breath in. Exhale, twisting. We're also stimulating through liver. We're also plumping the vertebrae up, or not the vertebrae, our disc up on our left side. So breathe in, whole body, twist a little bit deeper, softening again what you're doing. Softening shoulders, softening thighs, knees, shins, calves, hips, buttocks. Inhale, tall. And now we'll exhale, just come right back to center. Shaking that off. Taking our hands in front. Let's just walk our hands forward in a forward fold here. How do you feel this as you walk? One hand in front of the other. And just pull back on finger pads if you need a little bit more, and just drop your head so you don't create tension in your neck. Take a breath in. Exhale, just melt down. Keeping your hips connected with whether it's the block or whether it's your mat. Take a breath into this. How do you feel the breath in this back body? One more breath in here. And then exhale. We'll just walk our hands back up. And just come to your sitting right now. I'm going to remove my block. Just bringing the legs out in front. One leg, and feel the relief if you've been in a cross-leg position, haven't changed that. So shake off the legs right now. Feel your hands behind, fingertips pressing away from the body, palms down. Just walk, press into each digit one at a time. So your thumb, pointer, middle, ring, baby finger. Just get long in the body. Just noticing if you can hinge that rib cage up again. Bring the shoulder blades together. Soften through neck. Inhale, chin up. Lift up through the chest. Inhale. And then exhale. Releasing, letting let the shoulders drop. We're going to actually bend the right knee into the chest. Just drawing it in. Take a breath into the belly. Bring the breath right into, so you can feel your belly pressing against the top of the belly. Exhale, soften shoulders. If it's comfortable for you, we're going to take that right foot, cross it over that straightened left leg. I'm going to do another little twist of the spine as well. So we're taking our left hand on that right knee. Doesn't feel comfortable for you. Joint pain's never okay. To cross over that left leg with the right foot. And anyway, sitting tall, take a breath in. Exhale. We'll just bring that up to center. Inhale. Exhale, keeping your mind's gaze extended at that extended right hand. We're just going to twist around. We're just going to twist out some more toxins in the body here. With your head gentle, looking out of that outstretched right arm. Stop. Take another breath. Soften what you can. Extend it a little bit further. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, you can drop that right hand down. You change your grip on that right leg if you want to wrap that left arm right around. Inhale, tall. Exhale, twist. Just feeling this right now, softening through hips. Softening that shoulder blade on your back. This is a little deeper than the other twist we did. You can feel it in them. Wanting all those muscles in our hips to wake up. When you're ready, we're going to release and bring that right hand back up to your eye level. Inhale it up and then exhale, twisting, keeping your gaze extended out those fingertips. When you've depleted your exhale, stop, take another breath. And then exhaling, continuing that. Reverse rotation, dropping hand down, hands behind, releasing, shake off that leg. Even that constriction through groin and groin lymph, it's really good to flush out the lymph in the groin there. So now we're sitting tall again on our sits bones, bending that left leg into the chest. Sitting tall, you can even walk forward if you want to. On your sits bones, take a breath into the belly. Exhale. Inhale into belly. Exhaling. Soften shoulders. When you're ready, we'll inhale and bring that left foot over that extended right. Clasping that left knee with the right hand. Inhaling your fingertips up to eye level. Soften here. And on the exhale, we start the rotation, looking at the extended left hands. Might seem slow, but there's a lot happening if you can really connect in with hips as well here. Softening thighs. A lot of times it's in the doing less, it's doing more. Inhale. Exhale, soften. When you've come to your limit in your rotation, soften. Inhale, tall. And just notice if you can get a little bit more twist of the spine. And when you've done that, inhale. Tall again. Exhale, drop that left hand down. And just feel the twist. Softening what you can and where you feel it. Noticing. Taking a couple breaths here. And when you're ready, we'll just inhale that left hand back up to the eye level. And then exhale, start the unwinding of the spine. When you deplete that exhale, stop, take your next breath. Exhale. Come back to your center and then release it. And you can straighten out that leg, wiggle off those feet. We'll just come into a little butterfly, bringing the soles of the feet together, walking forward onto the sits bones, if that's comfy for you. Ah, and just take a deep breath in. Now from here even, eye on the sits bones. And then just hinge a little forward, just noticing what it is you're feeling and where you feel it. Instead of rounding over, I'm going to sit tall and it's hardly a movement. Inhaling, Exhale, hinging a bit more. You'll feel it deeper into the hips when you can root down. Exhale, hinge. Soften shoulders, soften face. You're ready, inhaling, releasing, clasping arms around both knees. Breath here. Feel the breath coming into the belly, pressing against the thighs. Knowing that even here in this constriction through that hip flexor area, we're stimulating that groin root. Getting breath to move into different parts of the body. And when you're ready, releasing hands behind. Let's just drop our knees one side and the other. Again, you can feel a twist of the spine right now. Where do you feel this in your body? Feel it in hips. Feel it in when you're dropping these way over. Where do you feel it? Do you feel it in arms, shoulder? Depends on maybe what you did over the weekend too. I giggle because I'm bruised up from doing my brush and wood this weekend. I didn't notice when I was doing my hair. And when you're ready, dropping your knees over. Let's come to our hands and knees. Come to our table position. And actually, toes together, big toes together. You can part your knees. Let's extend back into an extended puppy stretch right here. And just feeling right now if it's comfortable for your knees, and if it isn't, you can fold your mat. And just change weight on the right arm and left arm. We're just going to get into all these little nooks and crannies and the shoulders, melting chest down, softening through neck. And just melting in. Equal weight, those hands. Go back on your finger pads if you need a little bit more. Or you can just soften and just melt that chest down towards the floor like butter. When you're ready, do our hands and knees. Reaching out with the right leg, toes on the mat. Let's just warm up the calf. Just waking it up. Playing with the heel positioning to change sensation. Making sure your fingers are splayed too, just to protect the wrists. What feels good for you? Just being able to fine tune your own postures, your own positions so that you're comfortable. Joint pain's never okay, just remembering that, but muscle pain, let's look for it. Muscle sensation. And just playing with that. Coming back to your center. We'll stretch out through that left leg, toes on the mat. Again, rocking back and forth. Playing with your heel position to wake up what's happening. You're holding breath, breathing into it, coordinating your breath and movement. Please go do the 6 movements of the spine. So we'll bring the knee back down. And we'll take our tailbone up towards the ceiling, lift up with our chest. Press that exaggerated arch in that low back. So blossom out the buttocks. Feel equal weight on both knees. And lift up through chest. Don't scrunch neck, so don't lift up with the head. Lead with your heart, so lead with the chest. Inhale. Exhale, tailbone tucks under and slow it down so you can feel the vertebrae moving. One vertebrae at a time as we drop our heads. Getting this movement so that this muscle memory gets set up in your body as well. When you're ready to rotate the position, inhale through the tailbone again. Create that low bridge. Inhale it all the way up. You can feel if you lift up through chest, lift up your chin just slightly. Breathe into the front space belly, creating space all through solar plexus, belly, down to your pubic bone. Inhaling, exhale, tailbone under and round. Equal weight, both knees, equal weight, both hands. Inhaling, reversing. And just one more at your own pace and depth, following your breath and movement. Being aware of what your body feels. If you're feeling one hip more than the other, just noticing that. Coming back to center, you need to shake off your wrists from the weight you're holding, if you can. We're going to take our left hand and place it more center of the mat. Right hand up towards the outside body, reaching up, feeling, noticing and feeling this twist coming from the rib cage. And then what we'll do is we're going to thread the needle. So we're going to thread that right arm underneath the left, drop down to that right shoulder. Not much weight on the head at all. So this is another twist of the spine. Bringing that left hand to the, just for balance, you can straighten out that left leg. And just start the twist. So pressing into that left hand on the floor. Feeling the rotation of the spine. If you want more, you can bring that left hand up towards the ceiling. You can bring it, wrap it in and around the back body. Lift up with that chest. Take a breath in. Exhale. Feel the twist of the spine. Work in the rib cage. Inhale. Where's the breath traveling? When you're ready, we're going to release that right hand up. We're going to bring it back down. Drop the knee. When you're ready, inhale and press into that left hand. Coming back up. Just feel a difference right now. Left and right side. All this blood we're getting flowing through the body. Right hand to the more center of the mat. We'll take that left arm up. Just feel that motion coming from the rib cage as you can inhale up. And then exhale under. We're threading that needle under the right arm. And now we're going to drop down onto the shoulder. Not much weight on the head at all. Feeling it on the shoulder. This might be enough for you. And it might feel different on the back body. But you decide. You can straighten out that right leg if you want. Press out through the heel. Toes are on the floor. And if you want to add more, you can bring that right hand up to the ceiling. You can wrap it in and around. Try to grab the inside of that left thigh if you want. Bring that shoulder back. Lift up through the chest. Take a breath in. Exhale, softening. Inhale. Softening, but lifting that chest. So feeling that rotation of the chest. Facing the side wall. Take a breath in. And then when you're ready, exhale, releasing that arm back up, float it back down, dropping the right knee. When you're ready, inhale, pressing into that right hand and coming back up. So there's 4 movements. Now, take a cleansing breath here before we do the next. And exhale. So we're going to change our weight over to that left knee. Right hip exaggerates up the side. Long body. Let's look over and around at that left hip. So if I said left hip out to the side, looking over at that left hip. Can you see it? Softening. Inhale. And inhaling into that right body, right side body. So good for our spine, nervous system. All of this feeds the rest of our organs. Inhale it back. Changing weight over to the right hand, right knee, and exaggerate that right hip out to the side with a long body. Look over that right shoulder. And just feel the lengthening you're getting in this position. Inhale. Exhale, soften. Inhaling, exhale. And when you're ready, inhale back to center. We'll do it again. We'll drop back into our heels right now. Wiggling into this, extending our arms out, dropping your chest, feeling yourself melting down. We've warmed up the spine, so maybe you've gotten a little bit more space and length to come down to the body, down to the mat. Inhaling, exhale. When you're ready, we're going to walk those fingers over to the left, keeping your hips rooted and grounded. Do you feel that in your shoulder blade? Where do you notice this? Breath into this. And then melt again, dropping shoulder, dropping right shoulder, dropping your head. Just feeling right now, or you might feel a bit of a pull. Let's warm up that myofascial tissue. Exhale, soften, soften through forearms, elbows. When you're ready, inhaling, let's walk our hands back to center and then walk them on over till you come to that limit where it's not lifting your hips off your feet, but you can feel a bit of a pull maybe through this area in your arm, armpit. It's amazing what there's power in the pits because they really do hold a lot of muscle tension. Soften through your neck, soften, take a breath in, exhale, melt down. Inhaling, exhale. What can you soften here? Soften your shoulders, your neck, your hips, thighs, your brow perhaps. Maybe it's just softening through the mind. Be more gentle with yourself. Take a breath in. Exhale. Weight of the world's on the shoulders, so let's walk them back. Inhale back. Inhale again. And just notice, did you just melt even a little deeper towards the floor? You can stack your wrists. Place your forehead on your stacked hands or wrists. And just soften and let go again. And when you're ready, come back up to our hands and knees. Just do one more little hip stretch with me stretched out with that right leg and toes are on the mat. Let's just cross it over. Again, another, I think this is going to be, instead of called this the gentle, this is the twist class. So we're going to look over at our outstretched right toes, take a breath in, noticing how different this one is and where do you feel the pull. So press into that right hip, pressing it to the right side and just look long. And take a breath into where the love handles are. Take a breath in, into that soft space there. Again. It's so good for the body, softening all this myofascial tissue, twisting in, allowing that spine to just get more supple. Inhale back, release that right knee back down. Straighten out the left toes, inhale them out. Into the heel, when you're ready, we'll cross it over, bent right leg, long body, inhale long, and over, looking at that outstretched left leg. What can you soften here? Soften maybe through elbows, shoulders, and focus on that space, soft space between the rib cage, top of that hip. There's that soft space in there. Breathe into that. Inhaling, exhale, soften hip. Use that hip as a press point so you can press that left hip out to the side and bend a bit more into this. Take a breath in. And when you're ready, inhale long, coming back. And now knees together. We'll just extend back into an extended puppy. Walk your fingers away. Notice how much more movement those shoulders have moving on your rib cage and the back. Inhaling. Exhale, just melt. And when you're ready, inhale forward. If it's comfortable for you, we'll put our knees back in table and drop our hips forward. Just feeling this right now, and actually feeling that movement coming from our shoulder joints so you can feel the body moving on the shoulders. Drop those hips down. If it's too much on your wrist, you can just drop even further. Bend at the elbows. Keep those elbows tucked into the side. The hips drop. Lift up with your heart. Lift up through the chest. Inhale. Exhale, drop yourself down. We'll cross the hands at the top. Drop your head, bending both knees, and just windshield wash with your feet back and forth. Noticing how this feels in the hips and the low back. What's your body telling you? Do you feel one side more than another? So many imbalances can happen through the pelvis. So much going on. Hip function, or center balance of our body. Now when you're ready, we'll actually reach back just with the right hand reaching back for that right foot. If it's comfortable, and if you need a tie, then do so. Reaching back for that left foot. Just noticing we're not going to go up into a full bow today. We're just going to rock back and forth and just feel, unless you want to, unless you're comfortable, but I just want to get used to and just stretching out the top of those quadriceps. Taking a breath in. You can inhale your chin and chest up. Bring those shoulder blades together in the back. You can press those feet into your hand and just noticing how that changes sensation through hips, through thighs. Take a breath in here. Exhale, soften, but pressing those feet into your hands. Just isometrically there, but you can feel it in the top of the thighs. Just playing with this right now. Inhale. Exhale, releasing your knees and feet back down. Wiggle off the hips. We're going to press up and back. One last extended puppy before we come to our backs. Time flies when you're having fun. So reaching back, coming back onto your back right now. I love doing, it. Straighten out one leg, straighten out the other. Feeling the release right now. Wiggle off hips. Even if you hadn't reached up into a bow, it is a bend. You're reaching back for your feet. In those front thighs, a bit of a stretch. We're going to reach our arms overhead. Reach up one, then the opposite. And since we've all been doing these back bends, we're going to interlace the fingers overhead. Soften your shoulders towards the mat. Let's walk the feet over to the left. Reach up and over to the left with the fingers. Move my blocks. Reaching back, keeping that right shoulder planted towards the mat. Take a breath into the right side of the body. Press out through the right heels if you need a little bit more. Creating that space, these little side bends. When you're ready, inhaling that through center. Walk your feet back to center. You can bend your knee, release your low back if you wish. Or we can walk the feet on over to the right, reach up and over. So really getting the toxins moving through the body, so making sure you drink plenty today. It's in these subtle movements that we're getting blood flow in. Breathe into the space you've now created on the left side. Exhale, releasing, come back. Soften shoulders. And we will draw both knees into the chest. Take the hands in the insides of those knees or thighs, whatever you can grab, and just rock across. Scan your body. Ask yourself if there's any place you need to release, that's calling for attention. Just feeling that, if it's that. Or whether it's just going into your Shavasana. Straighten out one leg, straighten out the other. Softening here. Adjusting your shoulders, adjusting your neck, tucking your chin, hands at the side, palms up. The longer you stay here, the more integration of what you've done. Allowing all that blood we've had flowing through places that haven't seen it for a while. Allowing it to just get into the bloodstream, anything that we've moved. Softening face and softening brow. Just letting yourself go. Every exhalation, just letting a little more tension. Let yourself settle in. And while you're there, I'll read a card I pulled today. When I'm feeling good, I'm allowing in good. The way you feel is your indication of your vibrational connection to that which is your source. The better you feel, better your connection. The worse you feel, the more disallowance to that connection. Nothing is more important that you feel good. Because nothing is more important than your connection to that which is your source. And I just wrote myself this little thought of the day. Just one small positive thought in the morning can change your whole day. So thank you. Namaste. Have a wonderful day in your twisty day as it twists and turns. Take care. Bye.